Okay, so today we're diving deep into something I think is on a lot of people's minds. And it can be a little scary.
Yeah,
But we're going to make it less scary today.
that's the goal.
How to actually reduce our risk of cancer.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to go beyond just the headlines.
Yeah, get into the nitty gritty.
And we're digging into some excerpts from Cancer Prevention. Lifestyle changes that matter.
Great source.
Yeah. And, the goal is for all of you to walk away not totally freaked out.
Right.
Like,
Empowered.
yeah, empowered with some actual knowledge.
Yeah, actionable stuff.
Right. Not just like, oh my God, it's all over.
Gloom and gloom.
Yeah, so you can actually do something.
Absolutely.
So one of the things the source really emphasizes, and I love this, is this idea of prevention being a lifelong journey,
yes.
not just a set of rules.
It's a really great way to think about it because
Yeah.
it kind of takes the pressure off. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be perfect every day.
Uh-huh.
You just got to build some sustainable habits that you can do for the rest of your life.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the source keeps mentioning this term, modifiable risk factors.
Yeah.
So can you just break that down for us, like in plain language?
Yeah.
What are those? And like how much control do we actually have?
Yeah, so basically it just means things in our life that can increase or decrease our risk of developing cancer.
Okay.
And the good news is, like I said, a lot of them are modifiable, like we have control over them.
Okay.
So things like
what would give us some examples?
yeah, so some of the big ones we know about are smoking,
Oh, yeah.
what we eat,
Uh-huh.
how much we move our bodies,
Okay.
how much sun we get,
Right.
all those kinds of things.
So that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Now, this is kind of crazy. The source mentions this.
Okay.
That a third of cancer deaths
Wow.
in the U.S.
Big number.
are linked to just these three things:
Yeah.
smoking, diet, and inactivity.
Yeah. That's huge.
It's crazy.
That's a lot. That's within our control.
That's a lot. So how do those things actually contribute, like what's going on in our bodies?
When we are doing those things, that's making cancer more likely to develop.
Right. So it's a complex process, of course.
Yeah.
But let's start with smoking.
Okay.
So, cigarettes, they contain thousands of chemicals.
Yeah.
Many of which directly damage our DNA.
Oh, wow.
And that damage can disrupt the normal controls on cell growth,
Okay.
which can lead to that uncontrolled cell division that basically defines cancer.
Okay.
One of the most well-studied examples of this is actually the P53 gene,
Okay.
which is a critical tumor suppressor gene.
Okay.
And that one's often mutated in smokers.
So it's like literally changing the blueprint of our cells.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what about diet, though?
Okay.
How does what we eat play into this whole cancer thing?
Yeah, so diet has a lot of different levels of impact.
Okay.
For instance, obesity, which is, linked to diet in many cases.
Right.
That's linked to increased inflammation throughout the body.
Okay.
And chronic inflammation can create an environment where cancer cells thrive.
Oh.
So,
It's not all about weight either,
Right.
because, the food we eat directly provides our bodies with the building blocks for, health or disease.
Mhm.
So diets high in processed foods,
Right.
sugar, those can fuel tumor growth.
Oh, wow.
Whereas diets rich in fruits and vegetables, things like fiber,
Yeah.
those kind of create a more protective environment.
It sounds like everything's connected.
It really is. Yeah.
Speaking of protective environments, the source talks about antioxidants.
Right.
How do those fit into the picture?
Yeah, so antioxidants are pretty amazing.
Oh.
Think of them like little warriors fighting off damage inside our cells.
Okay.
So you've got these things called free radicals,
Uh-huh.
which are basically unstable molecules that can harm our DNA
Right.
and contribute to cancer development.
So antioxidants are fighting them off.
Exactly. They neutralize those free radicals.
Yeah.
They're found in, colorful fruits and veggies.
So eat the rainbow.
Exactly.
Oh,
Eat the rainbow.
got it.
That's your defense system right there.
Okay, so we've talked about smoking. We've talked about diet.
Yeah.
I know you can't just survive on blueberries alone.
Right. Right.
What about exercise?
Okay.
How does exercise actually help protect us from cancer?
Yeah, so exercise is like a magic bullet in a lot of ways.
Okay.
It helps maintain a healthy weight,
Uh-huh.
which we talked about reduces inflammation, hormonal imbalances,
Right.
but it also directly strengthens our immune system,
Okay.
which makes it better at detecting and destroying cancerous cells.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And research even suggests that regular physical activity can actually improve the body's ability to repair DNA damage.
Oh, wow. So it can undo some of that damage.
Exactly. It's pretty powerful stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this all makes sense, but I think it can feel really overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, you hear all this stuff, you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
The source really focuses on practical stuff.
Yeah, actionable steps that you
Alright.
can actually implement.
Where do we even begin?
Yeah. So I think the key takeaway here is that it's not about being perfect.
Okay.
It's about making those sustainable changes, you know?
Ah,
So instead of trying to like overhaul your entire life overnight,
right.
pick one or two small changes
Okay.
that you can realistically stick with.
Yeah.
So maybe it's swapping soda for water.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, adding a 20-minute walk to your routine,
Okay.
trying a new veggie each week,
Right.
something like that.
Little tiny steps.
Exactly.
I love that.
Small changes add up.
Yeah, so to recap, well, I mean, this is empowering, right? We have more power than we think. But
Absolutely.
even small steps can make a difference.
It all starts with awareness.
Right.
So thinking about everything we've talked about,
Yeah.
what's one small change you feel inspired to try this week?
Oh, I love that question. And if you want to learn more, you can definitely check out Cancer Prevention, Lifestyle Changes That Matter.
Great
You can
source.
find a link in the episode description. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Yeah, this was great.
I'm glad we could tackle this topic. I think it's so important.
Me too.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.